I did a thing's got a new video. Let's get straight into it.
How you going? I just made this spring trap
buddy?
from Clash of Clans, which is definitely the scariest thing I've ever made.
Oh my god. Oh. Oh, this is gonna be good.
And
Okay.
possibly myself.
Please don't. YouTube, he doesn't mean
The
it.
spring trap from Clash of Clans doesn't work like a mouse trap or bear trap.
Okay.
In fact, it's kind of the opposite of a trap.
Okay,
There's
dude.
no trapping involved. It defeats the purpose of the trap, as it just
Okay.
throws whatever steps on it away or closer to you using a big spring. And big springs aren't even the best if you want to throw people in the air. My preferred method would probably be a car
Airbag.
which
Yeah.
would allow me to finally live out my dream of being in a live leak video.
Please don't.
Or the much
Oh my
more
God, that
practical
scared
and
me,
safer
Jesus.
option would be compressed air, which is
That,
favored.
do you know what? I wouldn't put it past him to get hit in the face with an airbag for comedy effect. In it, that's just looking at that past clip. I'm glad he did.
By the
Okay,
special
but I have a feeling he probably did and then took it out of the video because he got hurt.
effects industry when throwing Korean pop stars in the air. But Clash
Wait,
of
what?
Clans wants me to use a giant spring and also not to throw Koreans, which is a shame, but also good, as a giant spring is going to be a lot
Whoa.
more fun and dangerous.
Dude, that looks
So I started
so
by
fun
stealing
though.
2 of these from a children's playground. And
I was
then
gonna say they look like
cast a
the things you put the thing on and you rock on them, and then if an adult gets on it, they get a bit crazy.
which I think will work, as I've seen videos of them shooting a mechanic's apprentice across the room. And the
I'm
plan
sorry,
is
what?
pretty simple. The spring is compressed in a box with a platform on top, essentially like a giant jack in the box. And then when
Yeah.
you step on the platform, the spring releases up
Shoots up, yep.
500 kilos of force. And this drawing isn't to scale, by the way. And
Okay.
in the game, the trap is even able to launch giants in the air. So I'm just going to pretend a giant weighs less than 500 kilos. But as
Yeah,
for
makes
launching
sense.
a normal sized person, here's some maths my mate did, so you can't blame me if it's wrong. And he said it would have energy
His
to launch a
mate did.
75 kilo person upwards at 65 meters a second. And to put that in perspective, this is that same 75 kilo mate eating a meat pie at 0.1 meters a
Man,
second.
that pie looks good. He makes that pie look good. I'm
So
hungry
the
now.
first thing I did was connect the 2 springs
I
together
just had
with some
dinner.
clamps and duct tape and this
What are we
big
looking at?
brace that I made to form a mega spring. Now the most difficult
Okay.
part of this build is going to be the spring release mechanism, as when it's compressed,
Yeah, you got-
it's going to be very hard to hold down and also
Yeah, what are you gonna use to do that?
very hard to release
Damn.
under tension. And I was thinking of using the trigger mech from my last video, but it's definitely not strong enough. So
No,
instead
hell
I
no.
made this. And this should be able to release the spring even while it's under a high load.
It looks kind of
Then I
weaker.
also made this winch from a winch I bought online. Then I just welded up
Strong
a
enough?
box for it all to go in. And I also welded up a frame with a big pipe in the middle so that the spring will sit around it and hopefully will be nice
Okay.
and comfy. And I also made this platform which will go on top so that it looks exactly like the
What can
level
it-
5 spring trap from Clash.
Wait, he done it. I was gonna say, no, he hasn't done it. I was gonna say, what's he gonna use to force these down to the
So
whole
we've got the winch
lower level?
underneath connected to my car battery, pulling down the platform and springs.
Yeah, this
And then
feels
there's a quick
extra
release
dangerous
here
today.
connected to the pressure pad on top. So then when I
Okay.
wind down the winch, if someone steps on
Oh
the
my God.
trap, it goes off.
Okay. Oh.
But I think it's almost done, or done
Okay.
enough to do a proper test and see if the winch is even strong enough to fully compress the spring and then release it. And I know I say this a lot in every video whenever I do something dangerous, but this is by far the most dangerous thing I've ever done. The power
Yeah,
of these
don't do this at
springs
home.
is more than enough to kill me and my mate, the delivery man, and that guy that walks past my house and puts dog poop in my bin, and even you watching at home. And that's why I'm so excited to test this.
That
But first,
is-
a little bit more about
It doesn't go all the way
sponsor and
down.
the reason I made this. Clash
Sponsor?
of Clans, which is an
Oh,
awesome strategy
wow.
game where you build defenses, upgrade your
Hey, yo, I didn't know he was gonna be sponsored by him
base,
as
and
well. That's
attack
kind
other
of
players.
that's kinda
Clash
cool.
of Clans has a new update coming soon and has an awesome event going on called Clash for Nature, which is an in-game competition with creators and you guys. It's split into 2 teams, which are the charities Team Trees or Team Seas. And I'm on
Oh,
Team
that's
Trees
sick.
to offset all the wood I use when making these videos. And all your in-game actions in the event will lead to planting trees and removing trash from the ocean in real life. Anyone can
Sick.
join the event, even if you haven't played Clash of Clans before. You just scan my QR code and then you get gold through multiplayer battles and looting other players' bases. And whichever creator and community that loots the most gold will also win a Tesla. So go get Clash of Clans now.
damn. Get a
Alright, back to
Tesla.
testing the trap.
Hell
And because my
yeah.
roof is too
Nah, I
low
don't
in
want
the
Tesla.
garage, I took it to my mate's warehouse.
Can't
to
drive,
test
don't have a
it.
license.
But unfortunately, my camera didn't record. But luckily, I have his mobile footage.
No. Oh, that compressed. Yes.
3,
Wow,
2, 1.
I underestimated it. Oh. Oh, the release is stuck. Okay, that worked 10 times better than I thought it was gonna. That's sick.
And that was very impressive, especially considering those bags were filled with 20 kilos of lead shot each, so 40 kilos or 80 pounds of combined weight. But it's also kind of annoying, as originally I wanted to do the real test in my yard, but after seeing the power it has, I don't think I can, as I live next to a preschool, and 12 kilo springs and kids don't mix that well. So instead I'm going to drop it on one of you. I went back to Hamilton's farm, who was nice enough to let me use it to spin up the giant Beyblade, and now he's going to let me use this monstrosity on his land.
Hamilton coming in clutch again.
Had to dig up the ground. And we're about to start digging, but Hamilton thought of a really great idea to save time. And that was just to use part of this
already done hole
to make it easier.
Yeah. Oh.
How do we tell if there's a wombat in here or not?
Nah, he would have left by now, right?
And this was his idea, not mine, so you can get angry at him. And unlike the wombat, the leeches were very happy to see us digging. And in a matter of minutes, we had 10
leeches! Hell no!
Okay, that was pretty easy. So we put it in the ground.
Oh my god!
Grass around it to make it look like it belongs.
Australia, man, scary.
I just realized the worst case scenario for this trap, only after putting it in the ground. And that would be that when we winch the platform all the way down and then pull the quick release, it doesn't release. And then we are stuck with a loaded trap buried in the ground. And I guess we could also reverse the winch, but there's a chance that that
true.
And then I have no idea what we'll do. Maybe we can just leave it on Hamilton's farm until it goes off naturally.
Or just keep throwing stuff at it until it bounces up.
My car battery, if I use the winch for too long,
it's in the water.
All the power. We are then stuck here on the farm.
Recording?
Yep.
Oh my god. Let's hope it goes well. It's so terrifying. All the balls falling off. Wait, now and it's armed as well, right? You're not launching anything now. Yeah. You gotta launch it without it. Yep.
But luckily, none of that was a problem for us, as it didn't work.
Oh.
So I tried again.
3, 2.
Harder, man. Oh no. Did the worst theory come to pass?
The quick release, which I spent over an hour fixing while leeches were crawling up my leg.
No. I didn't even.
3,
wow.
2.
It can rain in Australia. Oh. Not bad. How heavy was that? Did it go high as I thought?
That wasn't even high.
Yeah, same, but it still was cool. Ah, that's why.
I wasn't happy with that at all. The melon didn't go very high.
It was a melon.
Unlike
it
the
went
spring trap,
kind of high.
It jumped completely out of the ground, and so did the spring out of its cage.
So maybe he's got to find a way to drill it to the floor or put it into the floor where it doesn't move.
Pipe, but you can see that. Look, it's now on the inside of the pipe.
I realized pretty quickly that I wasn't going to be able to fix the problem on Hamilton's farm, so I took it back home to figure out. But then I realized it was worse than I thought, and the spring was actually stuck under tension, which made trying to fix the problem terrifying, which is why I called my mate over to stick his face really close to the high-powered spring.
Oh my god. He thinks it's funny, but when it actually happens...
And I'm not completely sure what happened, but I suspect it may have been the heavier wooden platform on top, which caused the spring to overextend and get caught on the inside sleeve. As when we tested it in my mate's workshop, we did it without the platform on top. But eventually we figured out what we needed to do, and my mate cut out some wedges on the bandsaw.
Oh my god.
And then we shoved them in and hit the whole thing with a hammer until it came loose. Nice, now I got a nice sharp stick that can fly out. Beautiful. You ready? Yeah.
Oh my god. Professionals at work, ladies and gentlemen.
Yes.
Okay.
So I re-welded on the support in a way that hopefully doesn't get caught, and also made a lighter platform, and then set it up in my yard because I can't be bothered to go back to the farm.
Yeah. Lol. All those fears beforehand, just like, yep, screw it. Oh my, where's that gone? Oh, that's so much better disintegrated. Oh my
and
god.
That split the melon in half just from the impact of the launch, but it didn't go that far.
That's sick.
It separated the springs again. It broke the weight. And it stuck.
Oh.
And also the spring did its thing again, but this time even worse.
No.
Meant to be on the inside. You're meant to be on the outside like the others.
So
Oh,
now
no.
I'm once again shoving a chisel into a loaded car suspension spring, expecting it to shoot through my head at any moment.
Dude.
And I fixed that, but then discovered some other mysterious damage, like the
Which
cable that
is?
had almost snapped. And also this bolt hole
I knew the
which is
cable was
somehow
weak.
completely squished. So once I fixed all of that, I set it up for another test with this mannequin, which I stuffed 3 bags of sand into so it weighs 60 kilos or 130 pounds. And I
get
know
one
you all
leg.
want me to
I'll get
stand
it both
on
leg
top
now.
of this spring trap, and I will
no.
if this mannequin looks like it survives the launch. Okay, that's not going to happen.
Nah, yeah, look, there's not much of a video left. He's not doing
mannequin
that.
is too heavy and is bending the spring in weird directions. So instead I used this baby doll, which I stuffed with metal weights, just like a real baby.
Okay. Dude, that's a terrifying sound, by the way. Oh, no, it didn't look like it went higher. This is looking more and more worse for him. He looks pissed.
And that didn't do much to the baby. I think I did way more damage when I was missing the trigger with the stick. So I tried again.
Okay. Whoa, where'd it go? Where'd that go? Oh, damn. That was better.
And that was alright, although I feel like the spring trap uses its energy to do more damage to itself than anything else I put on top of it. But if you want to see a spring trap working properly, go download Clash of Clans and scan my QR code and join the event to not
That
only
was genuinely
plant
sick.
trees, but also potentially win a Tesla. Also, a hot tip for new and existing players, you should get the builder package for your town, because that gives you the advantage of progressing quickly.
That is kind of sick. I gotta say though, I think the reason why is because when you use these spring traps are one-time use by looks of it. See, he is making them legitimate to the game because after he uses it, he has to fix it every time. So yeah, they're one-time use trap, but it's still sick. Dude, I imagine if he flung a person off this, I would have liked to have seen it, but they'd have to be wearing like full protective gear, otherwise it wouldn't be YouTube worthy. But it was very good video. Sure, check out the original in the description down below. Use his QR code of supporting Clash of Clans. And I will see you in the next video. Make sure you subscribe. Laters.